don't wake up the partner. When he boxes Tommy, Eddie Hall won't want to fight no more.
You saying he'll be one done for Eddie Hall?
That'll be it. He won't want to fight Ed no more.
This is awful. I mean, there's just no way to spin it. Eddie Hall is in deep, deep trouble unless he can land a miracle punch. I've been saying it now for months, but I'm starting to see more and more that it is far more unlikely that he lands said punch than does, and it's far more likely that Tommy Fury does exactly whatever the fuck he wants to do to Eddie Hall.
John Fury openly laughed at Eddie Hall after watching his leaked sparring footage. He ridiculed Hall for looking incredibly poor and questioned how he expects to survive in a real boxing ring. Despite the mocking, Fury still threw out aggressive threats and heavy warnings about what would happen if they ever met in proper rounds.
I'm saying, people, there's more to it than what they think, you know. I like me, I'm what, 130 kilograms. He's knocking the hell out of me, you know, and at the end of the day, you can't let me at 16 stone hit you clean, because you'll go, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
John Fury fully laid out the danger he believes Eddie Hall is walking into. Pointing at the massive differences in size, pressure, and conditioning, Fury's message is simple. He firmly thinks Eddie is stepping into something he cannot handle once the real boxing starts and the proper fighting begins.
He don't know what he's in for. He thinks because Tommy's small, Tommy's like a pocket rocket, isn't he, compared to him? And I got that body belt and I'm feeling the power. He can't take that. That's why he wants to do 2-minute rounds, isn't it? He can't do the 3. You know, I can't blame him. You've got to give Eddie all props because he's not a fighter. He's going to get in with Tommy knowing full well what can happen to him. And the only thing he's going to try and do is swing, but he won't even be able to hit him.
The analysis gets harsher, breaking down Eddie Hall's fundamentals and suggesting his biggest weapon might be completely wasted if his timing and distance are wrong. The conversation shifts from raw power to pure boxing IQ, questioning whether he can even set up his shots correctly under pressure.
Pull off a miracle right hand, what I'm seeing makes me even more skeptical that that's possible, because he doesn't understand space and distance, he doesn't understand timing and rhythm, he doesn't understand how valuable his right hand is, and it seems like I'm being counterintuitive because all he's throwing is right hands, but he needs to value that thing. It needs to be, like I said, a weapon of mass destruction. You only bring it out at certain points so Tommy doesn't get a read on it, and also so you don't gas yourself out.
Tommy Fury keeps his stance calm and calculated, making it clear he is not interested in verbal wars or back-and-forth drama. Instead, he frames everything around fight night, showing confidence in his preparation and believing actions will speak louder than words when the pressure finally hits on June 13th.
Yes, that is the reason why I'm sat around the table. You know, I could have easily got on the phone to Eddie and had a back and forth, this and that, and said, oh, you can't say this, or I'll do this, or I'll do this. But no problem. I'll let these do the talking for me, Dad, on the 13th.
Eddie Hall leans heavily on his size and power, believing his physical advantage can change everything in an instant. He suggests one clean connection could end the fight regardless of boxing skill. However, this raises a serious question about whether raw strength is enough when faced with timing, movement, and experience at a professional boxing level.
What you cannot beat is sheer size. You know, I think there's going to be 100+ pounds in weight difference.
Yeah.
50 kilo. And I don't care who you are.
Tommy Fury dismisses the idea that being the strongest man automatically translates into boxing success. He highlights timing, accuracy, and technique as the real difference makers. Speaking from experience against bigger opponents, he makes it clear that controlled skill and movement will neutralize raw strength once the bell rings.
A lot of people that don't know the fight game, they would go, please behave. He's the strongest man in the world, but I don't mean you can hit hard. I've been in the ring with big strong men before, like massive men. In boxing, you got to know how to punch and put your back and your shoulder and everything into it, and you got to put your knuckles over as well. It's not just about throwing it like that or like that. There's a whole technique to it, and believe it or not, the quicker the shot is, and it makes it harder. You got to have that whip in it. So I don't know. Listen, obviously you don't want to get hit off him. You don't want to be in the firing range, but at the end of the day, I'd prefer to be in the ring with a big man like him than a nimble, quick 15 stoner.
John Fury reinforces the belief that Eddie Hall is stepping into a completely different world, pointing to size, pressure, and conditioning as major problems. He is convinced Eddie will struggle once real boxing exchanges begin and the pace increases, warning that experience and ring knowledge could overwhelm power very quickly in this matchup.